For this mani, I used Scandalous and Champagne Toast, and I also used a striping brush. To begin, I've actually gone ahead and cured 2 base coats of Scandalous and Champagne Toast on my nails. Now I'm just going into Scandalous and creating a heartbeat rhythm. You want to put your lines roughly about the center of your nail to begin with. Now, because we are working with a gel polish, it can tend to self-settle and run as you work. So if you're finding that it's getting too sloppy looking, you can always go ahead and flash cure in between. I did not. I just kind of continued with my design. You want to make sure that the line is even across the nail, like it would on an actual rhythm strip. I find when doing artwork like this that less is always more when it comes to polish. Even if it means you're gonna have to do 1 or 2 or 3 coats just to make the right color and depth that you want, it's always better to use less polish because it doesn't run as much. And it gives you far better control of the design. I apologize for the glare. I know it's kind of tough in some areas. So now that I've done that, I'm actually going to do a complete 45-second cure. I have cut cure time out. Now I wanted the line to be a real bright, bold red, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a retracing to make sure that it stands out and is really nice and bold looking. When you're doing this or any artwork, if you happen to make a mess or wind up getting paint where you don't want it to, on your skin, etc., just make sure you go ahead and wipe that off before you go ahead and cure. Once the polish is cured, it's set in place and you can't remove it. So it's always best if you have errors to fix them or to make sure you get that polish off your skin before you put it under the lamp to cure. Once I've done that, I will do an additional 45-second cure. For the next nail, we're gonna do it a little bit different, and I apologize for it being up in the corner. It was really hard to actually see what I was doing with the camera right above my nail, so I tried my best I could to make it in frame for you. So we're actually gonna do a heart. So it's gonna be a continuation of our heartbeat strip. I started at the middle of the nail because that's where I wanted the V for my heart to be. And now I'm just drawing in the corners. Now, the roundness of the heart, I find that if you start at the top and get to about halfway, then flip it around and start to continue for the rest of the heart, it actually makes it nice and easy and a little bit more fluid. You also want to make sure when you're doing the heart strip lines here that I'm working on that they're roughly about the same spot on the nail as the one previously, because you want it to look like it's a continuation. So I did a complete cure, and now I'm just going back over my heart. Now that it's been drawn in, I find it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. So I'm just copying that, thickening my line up a little bit just so it's a little bit more bold. This gives you a little bit better idea of how I did the heart as well. I think if I was to do this again, I would have actually moved the heart down just a touch lower and the strip a little bit lower as well, but it still looks really good at the end. You'll note when you see them together, the 2 nails. Now that I've done that, I did notice that my strip was a little bit wonky there, so I just took a dry brush and wiped it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a complete cure. And lastly, I'm gonna top the whole design with Clearly Frisky, just because I like to always seal in any artwork that I do. Making sure, of course, to cap the edge of the nail. It's super important with every coat of polish that you do. Lastly, I will do a 45-second cure. And that's our finished mani. If you like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.